And it looks like it's time for the last trial of Danganronpa. Still kind of getting set up here. I have a whole lot of time. Get ready. Yeah, right here. Just gotta make sure everything is covered back there. Right, you're good. And there it is. Let's do this. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? I mean, I'm as prepared as I can be. I don't know how prepared that is. Yeah, for now, at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuya. Byakuya? Why is everyone mad at me? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear. Genocide!
Huh, they cut it off. Strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze. That's gross. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my scissor-sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and ship the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. That is... I mean, it's not fun. Well, there she goes. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. A Harry Potter boat? Nice. Okay, well then, let's begin. The final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black displayer. Climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time, it'll be fair. Noise. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? There was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest. I take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square. Achi hua hua. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. What does she know? Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However.
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However.
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Hey, thanks, man. Of course. Glad to hear you say that. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'm pretty sure... Well, we know the mastermind was one of the 16 students. I think that it's someone who died already. Died. Because there was a body missing in the morgue. Sir? I am a sir? Oh. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw. And I'm not gonna say names or anything, but I feel like it's someone who went out of their way to get killed so they wouldn't be, so they wouldn't be under suspicion. You know, they're pretty cool. They support a lot of my stuff. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body. And finally, on steady legs... Nice. I passed through the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper. Oh my god, really? Deeper and deeper, it fell! I closed my eyes, and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, probably not, because they all would have died. I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I think you're pretty cool, yeah. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin. Nice. I don't think I've got... There's so many other skills. What else am I supposed to do to get them? Guess we'll do this thing.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Special? I'm definitely interested in Security Breach. I'm actually gonna start playing the Five Nights at Freddy's games here pretty soon, just because I've never really played them before. And then by the time, hopefully I'll be done with them by the time Security Breach comes out physically.
So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win!
And we don't want him to win.
And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
But most bears
Never
can't
mind all
talk.
that. I just have one question for you.
Oh?
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me.
Wait, what?
Right, aren't I? I knew it.
Okay, doing this right off the bat. It's alright, dude.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense.
What am I supposed to shoot?
How could the three of us each have that?
No, it's wrong. It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture...
Everyone but... Oh.
See? I'm the only one not in it.
I figured as much. In which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
This one too. Just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are
I would
all
also
in
like to
together.
say
That's
the
why
person
I'm
who
the only
I
one
think the
missing.
mastermind is, their face is either facing away or covered in each picture.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other.
So none of it is real
The
evidence.
mastermind laid
Catch you
a
later.
trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us. Huh? I laid a trap?
I won't forget you.
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't in the shown in the group photos.
I got it!
Easy
In
peasy.
each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
Yepers.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as
I
well.
suppose so, though I figure we know what it is.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
Yep.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
For shame.
Figured it out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Hello, motherfucker.
Photo
Damn it.
one more time.
Scared me.
It's not directly connected to what we're talking about.
Hello
But
there.
I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Hello there. Oh, why does it do a delay? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Fred. I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Shut down the boat? Oh no. Hiro's picture. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something...
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're
Oh, because they
real.
lost their memories.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
No way!
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Oh, damn.
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. Nice. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Amnesia! We all have amnesia.
Let's say
Chapter
that somehow
6.
We'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult?
Dude,
type
you're all
story?
into the occult.
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Well, I think this is the end of the game, too. It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. You can't move forward until they accept it. There's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Whoa! It's a whole lot of bullets.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost mine.
Are you sure there's
Ever since
15
I got to this
chapters?
school, I remember everything that's happened. So the idea that we all lost our memories.
It's totally stupid. Obviously.
Wait, was there not a
You're
thing?
saying we all got spontaneous and since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened. So the idea that we all lost our
It's totally stupid. Obviously.
Oops.
You're saying we all got spontaneous. Since when did this turn into some kind of sci?
I promise you, I haven't lost. Ever since I got to this school, I remember
Everything that's happened.
Ah, I guess that's all I needed.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us.
I don't know. This is the
being
last
interviewed by the
chapter.
Horse Peak Academy headmaster.
when you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lied. I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD.
Yeah, just watch the
and see for
DVD.
yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
We all lost our memory. What are you talking
We
about?
don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
Yeah, living and
To
breathing.
be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
That is the question I'm asking.
We'd say no, obviously.
Obviously.
Actually, we all said we could.
Every single one.
Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Who knows?
No, I don't remember a thing.
The same
Not a
goes
thing.
for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
So obviously something that happened that made him want to choose that.
Insane!
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed, we only have one path in front of us.
Then, really?
All agreed to it.
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head.
Making your head hurt. This is making my head hurt.
This isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to
What's
get
up?
amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
With drugs, probably.
Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
I don't know if I would believe anything like that.
Believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
Aw, man.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Nice.
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Okay, I believe you.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
Wait, the videos?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret.
Secret's another word for a mystery.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else?
So until we do that, but either way, I have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Makuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Okay, let's see what we got here.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
When you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yep.
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
Oh shit. The 16th student, the ultimate soldier.
Shoot!
Looking for contradictions. Shit. I just forget that.
So who did it? Whoever did it is the same. That much I'm sure.
When you think is the mastermind really?
Of course, they have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. The mastermind is probably a million miles.
There it is. Yeah, this is the trial to determine everything. Like I said, this is the last trial.
The mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time.
Obviously.
So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here?
They didn't.
It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me. I blame Makoto.
Everyone wants to blame Makoto.
What?
Why me?
Cuz it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! Ya got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no
Yeah,
reason
alter
to panic.
ego saved him, not...
The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
I don't know what you mean, you're in the chat.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
That's true.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
He would agree. Makuro's actual cause.
I got it!
The other
All
wounds.
of the wounds covering her body.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
it makes perfect sense.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here. Huh? How do you know that? Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right?
But the ultimate soldier never gets any wounds.
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
Can you just change already? I think I prefer Genocide Joe.
I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Alright. Let's do this.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she
Bam!
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir,
She never received any wounds.
she hadn't sustained a single injury.
be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
What is this chick on?
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's
Crack.
hard to imagine any
Oh,
other
yeah.
possibility.
What's she on?
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and
We
head
does do
wounds
that to you.
came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Ooh.
But if that's what killed her,
Maybe you.
then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
No.
So who was it that attacked you?
The mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me.
Naturally.
But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who is under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
Okay.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Bitch, why are you talking? No, there's no way Makuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Makuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, who didn't have gloves on. It should be obvious. Yeah. Monokuma.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who is under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Nope. Ah, shit.
You never saw their face, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
You're wrong.
there's another part of the... Oh? Is it the
right hand or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hands?
Okay, I think I got it.
You never saw their face, so you can't have any... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro equals...
You're wrong.
Even with the... There's another part of the... Oh? And is it
The right hand or the left hand?
maybe the right... Or perhaps... Or could it be...
The hands.
Damn it.
You never saw their face, so you can't have any idea. I'm telling you now, it was...
There we go.
No, it's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
And there was no tattoo.
And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
Yeah, I guess I got you
But that
good.
still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah, we were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
Her
What do you
alibi.
think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Her right hand. Oh, damn. Kyoko was removing her
your
gloves.
hands?
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned
Awful,
skin.
isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
One
Then this much has been
hundo
made
percent.
clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if
Right.
you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
Doubtful. Well, let's see.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
Well, she was also here without any of you
After
knowing.
she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time.
But she could have been in the biolab.
She would have been totally decomposed, just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
To hide a body here. To they just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else. Ooh.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yep.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Proof. The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. The tarp!
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
It does.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
Yep.
That's just a wild guess.
Is it though?
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
You're red in the face, Monokuma.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Yep.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
By
about...
the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
He's trying to throw us off.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be the one area where the numbers just don't match up. Ah, moment of truth. Let's go.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Ah! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
What? What the fuck?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Whoop-ha! Break!
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
But I got the tempo
Like I
up.
said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Yep.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
And there should be 10.
What does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Get your math right, dude. Come on.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious?
Because there's
That's
16 of
different.
us.
Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth, and Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro. So 10 people in all.
Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
No, the mastermind
If they wanted
is
to do that,
one of the
They
bodies.
would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Well, if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders. Why is that? Why would it? There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies.
Shoot!
Whoop. I
got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
Mhm.
But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess.
wait.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before
Oh.
she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Okay.
That's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No.
I got it now.
Music talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Who
is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as?
Someone who
Sayaka Maizono?
Someone who was stabbed several times.
Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu whatever? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay, I think I got what I need to do.
Who is this someone else? Was it
Sayaka, Junko, and
What?
Shoot!
who is this someone else? Was it
Sayaka, Junko, Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro Fujisaki, Mando Owada, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, Hifumi Yamada, Celestia Lu whatever? Or maybe Sakura no. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay, I think I have it.
who is this someone else? Was it
Sayaka, Junko,
Yes, okay.
No, it's wrong.
I got it right. Okay.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities.
Yep.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Yep.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then, what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
and that's the true identity of the mastermind?
You got it.
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
Junko.
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body. And
Oh,
made it
wait.
look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. A little silence. Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Oh, isn't Mukuro? Mukuro alive? One that's still alive isn't. But you really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Kisaba is still alive. Okay, let's do it again. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back to the tattoo again.
The body we found in the garden wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right.
She made it look...
So the mastermind's true identity is What do you say, Monokuma?
The body back in.
It wasn't.
No, it's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
But tattoo.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
If Mukuro's not the mastermind,
Junko.
who's actually still alive?
There's only one person it could be. Really? Okay.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Bitch, what?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Mm-hmm.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. Oh my god! Because that was Mukuro. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
Was dead. There's no question.
We've never met Junko for
was
real.
dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? Checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one? What? It wasn't Junko, it was someone else? Okay. Oh my god. Oop. No, that's not what I meant to do.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
With Mukuro!
Places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
It's alright.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this. switching
Shut the
places
fuck
thing,
up,
but
hero. I will
That has to be
fucking
Junko.
drop your
That's
ass.
right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that.
Oh my god, shut up!
Maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain. They switched at the beginning.
The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
It was Agatha all
You
along.
already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
No, you
When we
didn't.
first met, none of us
No
knew
one had a
who
normal
anyone was.
conversation.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Or should I say, Junko?
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup in the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
I mean, you can just go. You don't have to say it.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
As the group, the ultimate
So
despair.
Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Okay.
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Okay.
Why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. The bomb! Damn it.
Shoot!
Oh, I know.
Shoot!
Damn it. Fuck.
to give up yet.
Okay, what am I missing?
Two of them.
Hurry up now. Oh my god. The tire? Damn it.
Shoot.
Uh...
I got it!
Oh, that was it?
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
I forgot that happened. That's why. Okay.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko,
Aha!
it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. That's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. Okay, let's see.
Punishment is waiting for. Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible. That's impossible.
This should prove it. The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
It's not unusual to be loved. Junko's face is always away or covered.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing in common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
Yeah.
With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been
Yep.
exposed.
No, wait, now hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run.
Nowhere
I'll do
left.
Everything. Right now.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, there's everyone meeting. Biolab. I think it's one of these two. Probably this one. Run this one. Oh, no, I think I messed up there. Oh, there. And there. And then putting the mask on. Discovering the body. The bomb.
Hello there.
Hello there. Welcome. Again, I guess I fucked up somewhere. I don't know where though. It's got to be this one then. Reenact.
Killer is you.
Killer is you.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshimi, right after we all arrived. But that wasn't the real Junko.
It wasn't. Aha!
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. That
Aha!
girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa.
Aha!
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma, Junko, and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh, no. Okay, I fucked. Okay, so I know which ones I need to switch then. So this one. And then this one.
The killer is you!
The killer is.
Meanwhile,
Oh, that sucks.
Mukuro was still alive.
I'm sorry to hear that, bud.
Somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked him. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room.
But how did he get sick? That's what I don't understand.
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body.
Well, hey, at least you can still enjoy it.
The person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
The true Junko.
The real Junko and Oshima.
Ooh. Doritos.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
Show your true face.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
Ah, now what?
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the cave?
We still have to solve the other mysteries.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Junko and Ashima.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry.
Ah,
I was just
yeah.
messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind. She's the real Junko Inashima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day, it was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than a
She talks in a very monotone voice.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. Sure, I've seen her somewhere too. It's definitely.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
It was right in front of us this whole time.
And you were on it.
It was in the laundry room too.
Wow.
God, they're kind of
you have a
dumb.
Pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
I guess.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Hey, thanks, man. Huh? Totally photoshopped. But they're not. Hi, welcome back.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different
It really
person
was
all
Agatha
along.
all along.
And me.
But it really was.
And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
So
Two
why
people
is a
can never
model
become
trying to
one
kill all
as long
these?
as the walls of mind and body exist.
Hi, brother.
Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
What?
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
The ultimate despair.
She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over?
She's a very.
Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Yo, what the fuck?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides,
What?
15 students
Gucci.
seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something
I
of a
didn't watch
problem.
Hasaguchi.
She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was
Alright,
nothing more
I know
than a
that.
bit player, an extra, unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, Anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
The wife kills them? Oh, that's crazy.
Which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's
I
expectations.
didn't even know that.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
Nice.
So, I changed things just a bit.
There you go, Cash. Now you don't have to watch commercials. Or
In other
ads.
words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
What? Huh? Why me?
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance.
And that's why she killed her own sister.
But it did teach you all a very valuable lesson,
Noticed.
don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
Misunderstandings?
We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all.
It's kind of depressing.
When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
Were we not friends before?
So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister?
I thought we were already friends.
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
A super despair.
It's like super despair. No.
Wait, why does she have mushrooms coming out of her head?
Super despair. It just feels so good.
Creepy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair.
She must have.
After all,
I'm not ignoring you.
murdered by your own
I'm trying to do two things at once here.
example to someone else. She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah.
Like the manga or the anime?
Perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Don't you mean
I love
that
Demon Slayer.
noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even
Oh,
solved
the
all
game?
the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one?
Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start floating.
Alright,
Damn
yeah.
straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then we'll have our victory.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the blue pictures were taken? And those interviews? I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us. Memories that were stolen from us. Why did I say that? That was dumb.
Shoot.
I hate Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm just kidding.
I got it. You're talking about the motives you provided to try.
That's
and
what I meant to do.
kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
Nani?
So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
The DVDs. Human
I got
connections.
it. The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys?
I do.
Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your friends. For example, your family.
Oh, the voice lines are mixed
I ruined
up.
all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay. Time for the next
Cass
question.
had a sub, but I don't think
So what was the theme for the second
I don't think she
motive?
renewed hers. Yeah, you still reign supreme, but you know you gotta hold your place. So you gotta do like 6 more. Weird envelopes from Monokuma. Maya mentioned how I used to wet the bed, so the theme that time was the
I
past.
got it. It was our past, right?
She did at one point, yeah.
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time the theme was... Embarrassing memories and secrets!
Yeah, so right now I have 4 active
The
subscriptions.
reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
I just thought 10 would be nice.
So, how long do you
Oh,
plan on
also, I
driving
forgot
this out?
to say anything about it, but I have merch now. Like, so you can buy it, like, it's just stuff with my logo on it, but you can buy it now. I don't actually, I'm not sure. It doesn't tell me
On to the next question.
unless I see it. I'll see their username.
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Yeah, if you go to the About section and go to my Beacons page, it'll say like all my links, donations, and then merch. I'm not saying you wouldn't. there with a bunch of handsome men, so that time the motive murder was greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hikari
Maybe.
and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all
So I
kinds
could
of
set
death
the
and
chat to only subscribers can use it. But there's not like a specific
What's the point
one.
of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Sakura's secret, so the team.
Shoot!
Betrayal?
I got it!
Yes.
In her case, it
So
was
no, I
betrayal.
don't have the chat set to sub only right now. And right now anyone can chat.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the
There
road.
is no exclusive sub chat unless I turn the chat
Those
into
are
an
the
exclusive
only
sub
motives
chat.
that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in
There's no
living
exclusive
things,
chat.
and that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
Yeah.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
hmm
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
What are you trying to say to the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Yeah, there's no hope.
All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right?
You're wrong.
The mere fact that that's what you want
I don't know.
proves I gave you hope.
I don't know anymore.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
It's like currency you can buy.
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have
No,
our
don't leave.
memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
No.
A most troubling thought, isn't it?
Alright, you two, I
But
guess.
it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow.
Wait, what?
So, just like Crazy Yeti slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world, what?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there?
But why the hell not?
I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame!
You can eat and watch.
Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What's going on? Yeah, don't leave. Is that it? Just a bunch of Monokuma? What is going on? Monokuma cult?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What's going on?
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
Yeah, literally none of it.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it. What about it should we recognize besides Monokuma?
Is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
What?
If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die.
Until I'm done with this.
I don't remember. Ain't a fucking excuse no more. Because now it's time
Just however long this takes to finish.
class trial.
Just however long it takes to finish this.
Come on, bitches. Remember or die. What the fuck happened outside?
Want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
I'm not yelling.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything.
Someone can't remember something.
For all of us. What other choice do we have? Come on, bitches.
Remember what the fuck happened?
Want us to remember when it comes to
That crazy, confusing video.
I don't understand a damn.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw?
Is this another one of?
I mean, you're telling us to remember. What am I supposed to be remembering?
No, it's wrong.
That's wrong.
Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other token, Genocide Jack. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
Right.
See, if their memories are separate, then even if one personality is forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Yep.
No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Just switch places. Come on, man.
You're the only one we can rely on.
Da-da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
No, this is great.
She just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
What?
And you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm a quiet type, you know? Oh my
Whatever,
God. He's the
Joe.
worst lot.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
No, that's what we're saying.
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
No.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
It's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Get it? Got it? Good.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy.
Oh.
About a year ago.
Hydrate. We gotta hydrate, guys.
It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it.
Okay. Danganichi.
I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's
Oh.
no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
I don't know if I'd say she's annoyed at you.
And basically no
Most
time
people
left.
annoy her.
The world turned out the way it did.
Yeah, we deal with a lot of shitheads at work.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any
One of
the
my friends and
specifics.
coworkers.
Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Oh, I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, doesn't matter at this exact point in time.
I mean, it's been
right?
everything's been pretty stressful lately, so I wouldn't hold it.
Everything
I wouldn't
stays
take it
the
too
outcome.
personally.
In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the
It should
story
be
of
open
the
tomorrow.
vibration, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Gee, I wonder what option is correct.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right?
Not me.
So,
No matter what you pick,
I'm off all
it's the
weekend.
right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I don't remember, man.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
No, you're fine.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Or did we?
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
We went to sleep for a while.
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Take me with you.
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here.
How's it been weeks? It feels like it's. I guess it's been weeks.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Sure, what?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? Years, what is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far.
I understand nothing.
What are the memories I took from you?
And now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so.
I got it!
Our life at Hope's Peak.
Accept that what you say is true. Then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says, huh?
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life. That's not possible.
Sure it is. I don't think that too. I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. What are we doing now? Make your argument, alright. Whoa.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
You've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
All right, I got it.
I could never lose something like that.
I've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events, right? Heck, I've never... single class!
Bam!
No, it's wrong. Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's that? Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that.
It is your handwriting.
This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
2 whole years.
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
Hell yes.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right?
Right.
And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you've forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this.
Wait, made the choice?
Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
Just tell me.
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you.
Why?
You give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Sorry guys, I gotta take a quick bathroom break. I have returned from the break of the bathrooms. I apologize it took so long. We got new peoples in here. New peeps. What is up? Figure out where our memories come apart. She's talking about the moment we must have lost our memories. I don't think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall the first time, that was when I fainted.
I got it! The moment I lost my memory. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
Well.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
They had known each other for 2 years.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was
So
all
sad.
You could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair. All mankind? What is going on?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
What happened?
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but you don't refer
All
to
too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end.
Ugh, just say it already.
And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
Most, but not all, huh?
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair that
She's
caused it.
blue in the face. What's going
I can't
on?
believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story.
Yeah, she cray for sure.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened!
What?
Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
I feel like you didn't have to say it twice.
I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
The headmaster.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had
I'm checking right now.
no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows,
What?
the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
Nah, I'm trying to find out.
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Okay, it says if you include the prologue and the epilogue chapters, it has 8.
Once you finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
From what I can tell, it's the thing you looked at was counting some of the other games too.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You let us live, so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope.
Oh, so that's
I thought I
why.
should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
That was broadcast the game. Is it really a Hangman's Gambit? Like, I'm not risking anything here.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing?
I guess.
By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue
Wait, really?
you.
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Damn.
Expelled them? I have to thank you all.
Killed them.
They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair.
Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
I guess.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial.
I still don't really get what caused the end of the world.
Solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless. How would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
Full of despair too, like right fucking now.
Okay.
Not to mention,
So she just had people
all
go
those
out
motives I talked
and
about
spread
were
despair.
Totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
2 whole years.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Damn.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like. But there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself.
Okay.
So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another.
Yeah, I was planning on planning on streaming the whole weekend.
In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Yeah, he gets lost sometime.
You won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all gunners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
We can't trust you though.
Even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
No, he's not. He's just blind.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant. Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us.
Aww.
It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya?
What are we voting for?
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
Okay.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
It's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
I feel like they should just hurry this up.
So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec. I just got hit with an inspiration bomb. Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all. So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment.
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down. Makoto, you're up.
Me?
What?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
I thought you loved all of us.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me, but that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost
You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys? It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right?
Right.
That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair!
Yeah.
We're not gonna lose to you!
Yeah.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair, that's not really living at all. Why? Oh my god.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
Oh my god, look at all those.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Is it time to hydrate?
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
That's fine.
In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
What is up, Season Sector?
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So,
What are you gonna do?
will you just die?
Am I just supposed to shoot someone's ellipses? Oh shit.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
Rope.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak.
What?
Shoot! We won't give up! As long as there's hope,
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
By the way, the air outside, the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifiers.
shoot! We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end of... By the way, the air outside, the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifiers. If I die, in other words, at the communal life you've all been living, all of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
Don't lose hope now!
There you go, Alex.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to... It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Alright.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known...
He's gotta make babies with Toko.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope.
Okay, I see what I have to do now.
If I were to die, that would be the end of it.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me.
Does he
not to
say you're
leave
not
this
nice?
place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me.
Yeah.
So that's why. That's why. No matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of it.
The sun is...
By the way, the air outside is totally the only reason we're up is thanks to the air purifier.
Hope!
Don't lose hope now.
Gotta have hope.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Sakura would have hope, even though
Only get
she
stronger
killed
by
herself.
taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right? I think that's definitely what she'd say.
It's Jeff.
Which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
She's made up her mind.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of it.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally the only reason we're up is thanks to the air purifier. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision. If I die, the purifier, in other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to
Oh!
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school.
No way.
Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, sorry.
No matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll
Who still
never
needs to
give
be
up.
convinced?
If I were to die, that would be the end of it.
I decided to have...
By the way, the air outside, the only reason we're up is thanks to the air purifier. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been living. I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love. All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life.
By whatever.
So, what are you gonna do? You just die.
Hope!
Lose hope now.
That's the power of hope. Wait, what was that?
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of.
He wanted us
He would
to
never
live.
want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand?
I don't know.
No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck.
It's because you
I
had
think
hope.
You came here for a different reason entirely.
Hope.
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
I mean,
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
the ultimate hope. It's corny as hell. I like it.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all
Which personality is this?
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still... The moment of truth.
You suck!
Ooh.
So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who
Ow!
are you?
You're in the way, no.
Your idiocy is
You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Does it keep
Suffer
going
from
negative?
despair. I just love despair. Everything is pointless.
Fuck, I don't know what happened there.
I refuse to give up yet.
Alright, catch you later, dude. See you later.
You suck. So uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair. I just love despair.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair.
Hope keeps on going.
I really fucked that up. I should not have won that.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away.
I refuse, I refuse, I
I
refuse!
refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
The power of the ultimate hope! B A A B A A A A B C.
It looks like we've reached the end.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
What's her face?
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
No way!
Well, that's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
That's just... totally the best!
What?
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
No,
To come this far and fail at the very end, it's the most ultimately despair. What are you talking about? Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate, I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this desperately, this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death, to have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams. I'm so hopelessly happy right now. Wait, is she enjoying this? So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong! Huh?
Don't make me repeat.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear your despair. Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally just seduced us over to his side. Everyone. You said that despair is as contagious as any disease. But the same is true for hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko! Stop it, I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
It's fine.
That was a rhetorical question, you interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right? Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die, you don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in a life, so...
My way. So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh my god. Junko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. What's going on here? Oh, it's all the punishments. The ultimate punishment. The 1,000 blows. The cage of death. The burning of the Versailles Witch. Expiator Destroyer. Blast off. After school lesson. Jesus Christ. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Ooh, that's kind of grim. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Epilogue! We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it for us.
So,
But is that really it? Was that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here. But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's going to make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko's never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chance with it. I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors to jam up so far. And there she is. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. But leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married? The jewel of a baby? What the fuck?
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry, I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem. It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks maybe when we get out of here, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it. That by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. Oh, jeez.
You got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there. What are you going to do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. That's my hope. I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone on the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out of here and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
I guess so. It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Oh! Okay, there we go. Knew there had to be something.
Interesting.
Monokuma?
Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
What? Received the Easter egg present? What's this one?
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well, anyway, it looks like that has brought us to an end to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Next week, I guess I'll start with the next game, version 2, I think it's called. Actually, we can check right now. Yeah, so next week we'll start with Goodbye Despair. And then, of course, that follows Killing Harmony, and we'll check out Ultimate Summer as well. Tomorrow I'll be doing Disco Elysium, which I've been dying to play. And then I need to double check my packages, but I think I have Life is Strange for Saturday. And then, yeah, of course, Sunday is going to be Jackbox Games. For those of you who didn't see it in the Discord, we do need to be keeping a closer eye on what's going on with some of the games. I might have to stop doing the prompt ones for a little bit, just because we do have some randos coming in and being rude. But yeah, we need to make sure everyone stays comfortable. I don't want anyone feeling uncomfortable. This is, it's pretty much a safe place. Yeah, I'm kind of just spitballing. So it says 3 hours exactly. Because, 3 hours is the time you want to get. That really helps boost the views. Happy New Year. Well, it's not New Year yet. Still in 2021, unfortunately. Just another minute here. What else can I talk about? Yeah, so Disco Elysium, Life is Strange, Jackbox. I have some more packages on the way, so I can start getting into Five Nights at Freddy's as well. I have a special little gimmick for that. It'll be very interesting to see. I'm excited to test it out. But yeah, I hope to see everyone there. I appreciate everyone dropping by. Still waiting 15 more seconds, and then I'll hit 3 hours. No, don't text me. No, it's fine. You can text me. Alright, there's the 3 hour mark. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, if you're not in the Discord, to go to the Discord and hang out there. And also buy my merch.